Hey everybody, welcome back to Doc G's Reloading. Today I'm going to talk about a couple of items I purchased from Stonebridge Gunworks. And interesting little company. The two things we're going to talk about is the little wrench for the SRO battery cap that everybody has SROs. Needs to get their battery cap off, and their target focus trainer, which is this piece of plastic that goes over your sight so that you can practice keeping both eyes open. So Rob Epifania is the one that turned me on to this, and he's a Grandmaster instructor. And I'll tell you, if any of you want to do classes for USPSA, Rob is the place to go. He got me to B class this year, and I'm getting closer and closer to A class. So I'm planning on A class next year, and that's my goal, is to get there and then just be done. So the way he breaks things down in his classes and teaches, he always gets back to you. You can email him and not even be in the class, and he'll get back to you. He just does a fantastic job of teaching, and the way he looks at things. I mean, he said something as simple as, when you're doing a reload, try to push that other mag back in with your new mag. And to me, that just clicked, and I went, wow, okay, so that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to push that other mag in with my mag. And things like that just work for me in teaching, and that's just one tiny little pearl that I can share with you guys. So if you're really interested, Rob Epifania, check him out on YouTube. And he told me about these target focus trainers at Stonebridge Gunworks. So without further ado, let's look at what we've got. So this is the Stonebridge Gunworks target focus trainer. And this one is for the 507 comp, the Holosun. I think you guys can see that there. Yep. So this is really super hard plastic. What I had was a rubber protective one over this, and I had to cut a notch in the back to fit around this sight. And then I would cut a hole in the back so I could see through, and it would be for target focus training. And with recoil, after a while, it would start to loosen up a little bit, and I have to remember to push it back on. So I wanted something better, and this is really thick, very sturdy, hard plastic. So I thought, well, let's go with this one. So went to the website, purchased it, and I've already tried it out, and it works great. So there's a way that you put this on. I'll show you real quick. He does it on his website too. He has one that shows you how to get it on properly. But there's little nubbins on either side of this case. I don't think you guys can really see them there, but there's little nubbins on each side here of the case. And those fit underneath on one side there, and on the other side here. So to fit underneath there, it's really easy. You just take it and you kind of put it on at an angle like that. So you just kind of set it on the front, and you just push back, and you'll feel the resistance start. When the resistance starts, that means you're hooked underneath those little nubbins. And then you just push until it clicks, and then you're on. And that puppy does not move, does not come off. It stays right where it's supposed to. And I did a whole afternoon of training with it, and it worked great. Kept me target focused. I had a really bad habit of squinting my left eye, and that resulted in lots of problems. And when I started using this target focus trainer, I just shot Area 5 down in Ohio at the Cardinal Shooting Center down there in Marengo, Ohio. And every single mover, bobber, etc., every single one of them, I only put 2 shots into them, did not put any extras, called my shots, and I had no worse than Alpha Charlie. Most of them were 2 alpha. Otherwise, Alpha Charlie was my worst score on those bobbers, because now I'm keeping both eyes open and I'm staying target focused instead of squinting my left eye. So this got me out of that bad habit. So a really great product. And then to get the thing off, you just lift up here with your thumb, lift up, it'll snap right off, and then you're done. So that's for the target focus training. And then you've got your little SRO wrench here, which is pretty cool. You can kind of see it there. It's really sturdy plastic. I mean, I'm surprised, you know, I'm sure it's 3D printed. It looks like it's 3D printed, but it's very sturdy plastic. I put this little keychain on the end there. But we all know those little plus signs in there that we have to get, you know, a screwdriver. And you can see where I stuck a screwdriver in there before, and it just kind of marred it up. This thing is really well designed and engineered. It'll literally snap in there. So you just push it in, and it literally stays in there. So, you know, it's not falling out or anything. It stays right there. And then you can do it one of two ways. You know, you put your finger pressure there and then just use your other fingers to tighten or loosen. Or what I just did is I put it in my gun vise lightly, and then I just, you know, held it in with one finger and then used my other hand to loosen and tighten. And the nice thing is you're not going to Gorilla Tighten this anyway. You shouldn't. So the plastic will kind of limit you. You're not going to, if you go so hard that you snap this little plus sign, you're putting way too much pressure on it. And it really snugged it up for me nicely. So I took this one off and then put the battery back in and pushed down, and this thing worked fantastically. So really cool, nice little tool to have. So if anybody has SROs, which I think 90% of people have, I don't use these on my USPSA gun. Obviously, I use the Holosun. But for everybody else who has SROs, and there's a lot of them out there, this is a really nice little tool. So Stonebridge Gunworks, and you know, check out their products. They have some other cool products, and there's no conflict of interest. I didn't get any discounts on anything, and I'm just doing this review on my own. So there's no conflict of interest or money exchanging hands or free stuff or anything. So I just bought these two products and really thought they were cool. So I wanted to show them to you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching Doc G's Reloading.